All right, so I meant to get up and do this at 7 a.m. It's actually 7:38. I can't believe I waited 38 whole minutes for this. I am officially adding Paralives to cart. I can't believe this button is here. Oh no, there was a problem updating my cart. No, don't do this to me, Paralives. Alright, so here we go again. Apparently, I was disconnected. I didn't know they were going to do a launch day trailer. So now, Paralabs has existed for 40 minutes and I haven't owned it, and I'm very sad about it. Anyway, so there is a 10% discount that goes until June 1st. That's great. Doesn't really matter. Add the cart. I was perfectly prepared. Whew, there we are. View my cart. There we go. You guys are not going to watch me continue the payment, but I am officially buying the game. Thank you for your purchase. Install your new content. I have to take the dog out, and I have to feed the dog before I can play. But I'm going to hit this install button, and oh my goodness. Starting download. Paralives is officially downloading onto my machine. Yes. Yes.
Like many LifeSim fans and cozy game fans, I have been highly anticipating the drop of Paralives Early Access. I thought about posting this video last week, but after reluctantly closing the game on release day, my week just got crazy busy. But I thought I'd edit it all together and post it anyway. I have not tracked this game from the beginning. Maybe about 4 or 5 years ago I found out about it, and as money has allowed, I've contributed to the Patreon. Here's the thing. I actually like Sims 4. Is it the best in the Sims series? No. But over the years, it's become a creative platform that I enjoy. When it works. However, EA's increasingly anti-consumer practices and the recent buyout have turned me even further away from supporting EA games and EA products in general. I have zero interest in the marketplace or ever buying one more pack. I'm not saying I'll never open Sims 4 again, but if I ever do, it will only be to revisit my families and play with the packs I already own. EA is not getting another cent from me. That being said, because of the increasing anti-consumer practices and the buyout, the desire for something I can just enjoy without mixed feelings has certainly increased. Paralives is particularly special because it's the little indie upstart that wants to see how far they can reinvent and reapproach. Unlike a lot of people, I've pretty much loved the art style from the moment I saw it. I did buy Enzoy. It was a cool looking life sim, even though the hyper-realism kind of turned me off, but I wanted to check it out and so I did. But it just is not hit for me after many revisits. In fact, Enzoy's release only increased my desire for Paralives, and the way it instantly clicked with me visually. Now it's time to play and see how it holds up. Oh, that's so sweet! Thank you for playing in early access to help us shape the game's development with us. Every early access game doesn't do this, and I think that's a problem because it presents itself like a finished game. And what I love about what Paralabs has been doing is presenting itself like an early access game. You know, people agree or disagree with the actual price of Paralives, but the fact that they've gone the extra mile to say, this is early access. Look, like, I love that it's constantly reminding you. And not trying to pretend like it's some finished game. And what I love about Paralives is, like, this is a game for the community, built by the community, and now it's asking for us to help build it. And I think a lot of us who are perfectly happy to spend the money on it, like, we aren't doing it saying this is worth $40 now. We believe in the vision of the $40. And I feel like anybody can disagree with that vision, but for the people who believe in the vision, like, this is a legitimate investment in a game we've always wanted. So I think this is beautiful that the game is not hesitating. I cannot believe I'm looking at Paralives right now. It's like I want to play, but I'm also like so cherishing like every moment that this exists. The game is still in active development, which means some content is missing and you may encounter bugs. I also I've done YouTube before. I have not done like video game streaming a lot. I played with it a little bit with my Nintendo Switch, but in the genre I was in before, they weren't really into video game streaming. Um, I'm trying this because I want to be a part of this online Paralives community that's developing. Um, but yeah, okay. Woo! I got it. Oh my god, I'm in Paralives. I'm in Paralives. I can't believe it. And I'm doing something new. I'm recording it for the internet. So that's all weird and all new. Oh my god. Like this menu, it's just so beautiful. It's like a train. It's a train. It's my train. I've seen this 1 billion times, and I'm still like, oh my god, this is my train. It's not just a train. This is like mine. There's Mustache Man. Look at me. I'm playing Paralives. I'm playing Paralives. There they are. Okay, I need to stop being such a clown. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go. Oh. So one thing I think Paralabs did really well, and this is no shade to Enzoy. Oh god. We know a lot of these parrots already. Those of us who've been like tracking the game, we already feel very connected. Like this lovely young lady, Anissa. Anissa was in one of the first trailers. And so it's like, oh my god, it's Anissa. And I've seen people react. Like, even Mustache Man up here playing the conductor, he will always be Mustache Man. And this family was also, we didn't know their names, the Preston Beaumont household. Are the perfect family, or at least they seem to be, peeking behind the white picket fence. Now, what I don't like is I've seen when you select these families, it seems like you still have to choose a new house for them. And if you don't pick them, they all have homes. Like, they're all in town. And I do want to play rotationally. But if I do that, I want to play in the houses that the developers built for them. And so I will be making my own paras. Because, yeah, if I play the Preston Beaumonts, I want to play them in the house that the developers designed for them. Not, like, build them a new house or feel like I'm, like, restarting them. I want to pick them up where they are. And then, of course, there's Sebastian. Now, I know people have said he's canon gay, but I also know, like, a lot of people have been able to romance him with female characters, and I'm wondering if right now the game is very player sexual. By that, I mean what the player does is basically going to control the fate. I don't know that there are hard-coded sexualities. I haven't seen anyone actually cover that. I absolutely want to play Sebastian and his son. I like that they both have on these little leather coats. Like, he looks like he's trying to dress like his dad, except for the pants, and it's so adorable. Some of these other ones, like, I definitely saw her in the Walk Styles video. I'm trying to remember if I've seen her. I know she's been in sort of things. And I love that, like, we have a married, as an old lesbian myself. I'm not that old. I'm in my, like, 40s. I'm old enough to have been an adult when the first Sims game came out. I could not imagine, like, somebody who loves The Sims making this game, you know, so much time later. And it's sad, honestly, it's taken so long for somebody to make an alternative. But right now, and not because I don't plan to play every single one of these pairs. At some point, I'm going to have to make a chart. But to initially start, I am going to create a new household. And that is only because, yeah, I want to get used to the mechanics on my own. I don't tend to make sim selves or selves in game. A lot of time, I'll just make an OC. And yeah, I want to kind of stick with that a little bit. Now, something I've done before is I've made my pets. I'm very intimidated by this Paramaker. Like, I am not. Like, I'm happy we have so many options, but I'm so intimidated by this Paramaker. But basically, what I want to do, I've done it before, I've done it in Sims, is I want to make my pets as people. And currently, I have 3 pets. I have my dog right here who just tore up a toy in this photo. He ripped up all the stuffing out of a toy. But he's actually very intimidated by this guy. This is king of the house. This is actually my baby, the dog. Um, the gray cat is the middle child, and the ginger cat is the oldest. I got the ginger cat during COVID, and so he's been my COVID baby. But he's also like the king of the house. He's usually in charge of everything. Um, they're all boys, so I'm gonna have a household of 3 guys. I don't really mind that. Uh, Here he is sitting in the sink, so we're gonna make Mickey first. Mickey the cat. And yeah, so first of all, male. Um, Life stages. I think both Mickey and Felix, who's the gray cat, are going to be young adults because they're older. Mickey's like 5 and Felix is like 3. Is that right? I might be off by a year. I'm very bad at keeping track of my own age, let alone my animals. So let's see. We got body, we got face, we got hair, we got makeup, we got tattoos. Isn't there a randomizer somewhere? Undo last action, save household to the library, change household biography. Cool. Randomize. Let's randomize and see what we can find. That's very Mickey right there, actually. I mean, the hair, I like the clothes are cash. He's a little short. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Mickey is a short king. I don't know. As a human, I've never had to think about height. Like when I made him in The Sims, everybody was just like a default height. So I think his body is fine. This is body hair. It feels very cat that he should have some hair. We need to figure out his personality. He has 7 points. Mickey is an adventurous boy, so I'm gonna give him heavy on the physique side. He is more friendly than my other 2 pets, so I'll give him 2 here. That leaves me 2 points. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him the minimum on these 2. He's strong in charisma and he's strong in physique. Right now, he's honestly sitting over the monitor, like staring at me in his normal position. And it's actually kind of funny. He's staring at me, but here's a picture of what he looks like laying over me. So this is his para as a human, and this is him. Anyway, his vibe, let me see. He's the more energetic of my pets, actually. So I'm going to make him energetic. His social perk is he is not good at cooperating, but let's say he's good at making friends. He's going to be the social one. And his talent, even though I gave him physique, I'm going to say he's a jack of all trades kind of guy. He's kind of balanced that stuff. He is not a vegetarian. His sleeping habits, I'm going to say he's a night owl. And his cleaning habits, I'm going to say let me think. I mean, he's a cat. Cats are very neat. But I'm going to leave him at normal, I think. Just because I don't want to default too much to, like, cat stereotypes. So he is, I think, the more physical of my pets, so I'm giving him heavy physique. I'm going to give him a little bonus in charisma and mind and creativity. I'm going to just give him 1 point. And that'll be a good starting place for him. So I think we're all done with him. So now we're going to add our next one. just create a pair. I'm not going to create from genetics. We're going to randomize again until we find something that feels Felix-like. We're going to go male because I think that helps the randomizer. And so I really like him. I want him shorter than Mickey. I just don't want him that short. So let's say I'm 5'4". I don't want him the shortest you can be. So let's take him to somewhere in the 5.5 feet category. Actually, where's the 5'8"? I like that. Okay, cool. I like that. And then let's say I'm pretty happy. I usually randomize myself to a pretty happy place. There's nothing I really want to do with skin details for him. I want Felix to be less hairy. Oh, I haven't even brought up a picture of Felix. So Felix is my middle baby. He's still gonna be a young adult, for sure. And he is a very handsome cat, but he's also a doofball. And he's a little bit more of a chunk than Mickey is. So I don't know, when I make guys, it just feels right to give him a little bit of hair, body hair. But I don't want his to be as pronounced. And that has nothing to do with the cats in real life. It's just my imagining of him. Oh my god. This is taking forever. Okay. I said I wasn't going to get super into the character creator, and now I'm like super into my creator. Yeah, he just has those that he wears around the house, Crocs. And there's his gym outfit. There's his formal, and there we go. All right. So now the last of my pets, because you're a young adult, and let's look at your brain. Heavy mind and creativity, not a lot of physique and no charisma. Gloomy, good at being alone. Food, not a vegetarian. Sleeping habits are normal, and cleaning habits are neat. So that's Mickey done. Why is he still hanging out in his and Felix done. And so the last one is gonna be, part of me is like, do I want to go child or preteen? Preteen might be fun because it would be a new experience, but I do feel like Giorgio is a child. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and randomize. Aww. Oh, taller kid. Taller kid. That might have been a good base. Oh, wait, you know what I didn't check? Does he have glasses in all of his outfits? Sorry, I have to go back. I have to check. His glasses. Glasses. Only time I don't want him to have glasses really is when he's sleeping. So if I take off his glasses for this outfit, this is something to test. He still wears glasses at the gym. Wonderful. I love it. I love it. Okay. And this is going to be George Pets. George. Pets. Brilliant. Wonderful. And he's a child. This is still not the right one. Let's keep randomizing. I love this. This is a good base for George pets. Okay, cute. Yeah, so now we're doing baby George. He is the youngest of my family. And so he's going to be the baby brother that these two guys have to take care of. This is a multiracial family, obviously. Let me see. No, I really like that curly hair. It's something about this wild curly hair. It really calls to me. All right, there's Georgie Pets. Georgie Pets. I gave him the classic overalls, and then he has his little outfit. He has. I might make him a fan. I can see him being a fan. He's so cute. And then we have. Oh, you know what I might do for his. I'll give him a little hat. Oh, I don't like the hat. He looks better without the hat. I see. Do we have anything that works? Nah, it's a little too extreme. I like him without the hat. I just love his hair. So I don't want to cover it up. I love his curly hair. And so yeah, so we have his main outfit, his workout outfit, and then his pajamas, which are all very cute. It had to be the cow. It had to be a cow. Oh my god. I just wanted to be done fast with Create a Sim, and like everybody else, it's taking me more than an hour to get here, and I didn't even go into every detail I wanted to because I just wanted to get into the world with the boys. So here we are. We have Mickey, the oldest of the lot. Let's put him in his casual outfit. And the tallest. Then we have Felix, who's a shorter guy. And then we have our child, which is Georgie Poo. So again, just to remind you of the team, George, Mickey, Felix. All the heights are reversed because in the context of a dog, he's still a baby. And these guys are grown, so it works. So here we are. Oh my gosh, I'm just so happy looking at them. I've had this in my head for a while. Oh, I didn't do his brain, I guess. Oops, I forgot. I forgot to do George's brain. So he has 2 points. He can run really fast. He is also shy, just like Felix, so I'm going to give him, he only gets 2 points because he's a child and he gets to grow. And so I'm going to give him 1 physique and 1 mind. I'm going to say his creativity and charisma just aren't there yet. And he's... I could give him fitness. I like the good at nothing trait. I feel like I'll get to play with it with somebody else. I feel like he's a fitness guy. Because what's his talent? His talent's food. And he's a jack of all trades. And the one thing about George is he is a runner. So yeah, I think I'm going to make George fitness. Felix is food because Felix the cat loves him some food. And then Mickey is a jack of all trades because, I don't know, it just fits him. I could have made him good at nothing, but I like him being a jack of all trades. Pair folks with this talent perform well in all skills and want to learn as many things as possible. They get, whatever. and he was normal, and he didn't have a sleeping habit because he's a kid. Okay, and this gives me like a diverse. I think kids have more to do than like babies and toddlers. As cute as it would be to play with like a baby or a toddler, because if I make him a baby, oh look at baby George, and if I make him a toddler, oh look at toddler George. No, we're gonna stick with kid George, who has all his things. I actually really love him in his cow outfit. But anyway, select all your parafolk and the train conductor. Go to the next wagon. Go here. Oh, look at him. Look at him go. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. Say train is too crowded. Why is he embarrassed? What about you? Oh, I can't? Okay. Click on the food to eat it. Alright. Eat. There you go. Oh, poor Felix. He's not feeling it. I can see. That's Mickey eating the sandwich. It got delayed. It's probably because I was like super zoomed in. Jeez, what do I want to do? I don't want to go super hard. Blessings to all those people who's going hardcore first. I don't know that I want to do. I want to do Stella because she's adorbs, but this could be the beginning of a save I play for a long time. So I'm going to go where most people are likely to go, which is makes sense. A storyteller that provides a fair and balanced gameplay experience. I'm going to customize just because I want to see these. Obviously, I've seen them on people's early access videos. Again, Paralives is letting you know. Early access. This game is, like, so fun. There's not hours of gameplay. Like, I have had so much fun, and I've already been sitting here for, like, 2 hours. I am going to turn off Household Paras Aging for now. Because, like I said, I plan to do a rotation. I don't know if it'll get stopped by game updates, but that's my plan right now. I want to learn the game with these guys a little bit before I start jumping around to different para households. I don't want anybody aging yet, and I believe you can turn this on and off in game. If not, worry about it later. I saved the family, so I can always restart with them. I'm going to leave the duration of life stages to normal, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to mess with any of this. Like, I think I really need to play the game to see. I like the 50-50 chance of getting pregnant. Actually, I'm going to drop the chance of twins down to 10% as well. Can you just type? Great. You can just type. And I'm going to take triplets down to 5. I don't want that happening a lot initially. I may change my mind at some point. I would love for twins to be a genuine surprise and, like, triplets to be, like, a freaky surprise. Job performance threshold for stripes. I'm gonna leave that alone. I do want them to eat at work. I do want them to use this toilet at work. I want these guys to have a good chance at a house. I'm gonna say, upon their mother's death, they got $50,000. I'll get a chance to play poor paras later. I want them to be able to buy a house that fits all 3 of them. I have 3 paras. I'm not trying to rags to riches. I might do that in the future. But I want them to have a good chance to start out in a nice house and for me to kind of interact with the game without being like, oh god, like all these people trying to go hard out the gate. I don't even know this game yet, so I'm not trying that. So I'm going to select the storyteller with those changes. Look at my boy Mickey back here just like, whatever. Whereas Felix is uncomfortable and George is just being a little kid. I love him. I love them already. The jack of all trades can offer assistance. I haven't seen this option come up, so that's a good thing about having multiple para. Felix would never lie. George is a kid. He might lie, but I'm going to have Mickey offer assistance. There's a train! This always stutters a bit, but I don't care. It's just so freaking beautiful. Everybody says it. Everybody gets to this map and says it. Inzoi was impressive because of the technology, but Paralives is just freaking beautiful in that way you like to escape into life sims. So there's a little bit of stuttering, but it's like, I just do not care. It's just so beautiful. And no shade to Inzoi, some people like that hyper-realistic style, but this is exactly sort of what I want to escape into. I'm also a cozy game girly, so I've had cozy games on my, that I've played before. I like comic books. This reminds me of a very, comic book and storybook sort of vibes, and it's freaking beautiful. So George has been enrolled in elementary school. Great. Edit household, discard. Oh, wow, you can get rid of them right away? Play without a lot. Oh, that's cool. So you can just straight up say play without a lot. We're not going to do that. I'm going to buy them a house. I gave them enough money to get a house. This is a house. I don't know where the school is. I kind of want to see what else we got here. Okay. The camel controls are a bit wonky. I kind of wish... can't believe I'm actually in the game. This is a huge house. We could afford it because I gave us that kind of money, but I don't know that I want us all the way out there. I don't want us that far out. I don't want to build my own house. I'll get there. I do like this a lot, and at some point I want to play with this. I will turn aging on. That's the only big change I made, is I didn't want aging on right now. This might be cool. Like, it's close to town, but it's not all the way in the square. It only has 2 bedrooms, though. That's a big house for only 2 bedrooms. I almost want to play there just to see what's going on. But the house all the way out here, but someone must live there. There's the field with the cows. I don't even want to mess with that. This is another nice place to live, probably, but the lot price isn't too bad either. Yeah, it's only 5,000 paradigms. I've seen a lot of people get this lot in rags to riches. Like, even the big lots aren't that much, which is really good because it means you can just get a big lot right away. But I do like this house right by the train station. It's not a pain in the butt to get to the center of town. There's this one too. Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to do better than 2 bedrooms. Because I'm just going to have to make Georgie a bedroom. And I gave them plenty of money. Because I don't want to worry about money right away. So I'm going to say, that's their inheritance from their mom. So let's go ahead and purchase that. Yes. There they are. Hi, boys. Dance here. Okay, so let's do Georgie. Go talk to her. Go talk to her. Or maybe not. Okay. How do you pause? There we go. So, Georgie, I'm going to have you go talk with her. And I feel like just go home. Eventually, I'll send him home. But I'm going to be Georgie for a while. He's going to be my first pair to interact with in the world. Mickey's just feeling himself and dancing. When you finish, you can go home. George will be there soon. Leave. Go home. With your brothers. Let's see. Oh, okay. I find they do better if you just, trigger them to do something. He's back there playing with his phone. Here comes Georgie! Alright, cool. Let's take a look at this house. Is there, a shortcut way? I'm gonna need some shortcuts for this stuff. Okay. Does WASD do anything? Yeah. It basically does the same thing as... Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. Okay. Okay, we can definitely get another bedroom in here. So what I think I'm going to do... let's go downstairs. So I have a couple of choices. I can either give Georgie a bedroom downstairs or build him a room upstairs. And I think that master bedroom can definitely become 2 rooms. Or they can share, which I think is what I'm going to do. So let's go into build mode. This is going to be new. So boom, boom, boom. The camera's a little wonky still. What I'm going to do is, okay, and then we'll keep this. Okay, and move that there. And then, can I duplicate this or get another one? Duplicate, there we go. Okay, so that takes care of my big boys. I don't really have an emotional attachment to... He seems so close to the bed. The window, I mean... Yeah, I don't really have a emotional attachment to where... I will say this. Okay. Now this bed, it just feels too grown up. Let's give him something better. Let's get rid of this. It's all slammed into the window, too. Okay. Floor's a little jacked up right there. What? Coffin bed! They have a coffin bed! That's hilarious. Komiko. That's cute. I think they'd get him this, though. Just a regular bed. Yeah, this seems like perfect for him. I don't even want to change the colors. It's fine. Put it against this wall. Our house is pretty bare bones, but it's been 2 hours and we have not actually played anything. I think they have everything they need for me to start playing, and if not, it's not like I can't go buy them stuff. That's enough. So looks like I'm back in live mode. There's Mickey, there's Felix, there's Georgie. Okay, George, you can read a book. You can't do anything with this pillow. You can play with the plushie. Can you play with this? You can play with that too! Great! You can play with all those things. How about downstairs? Can you play with this? Play! Alright, how's everybody doing on needs? You're all doing great. So, now I'm going to center the camera on you. What you got? Where are you guys? Okay. Where's Felix? Oh, okay. You're all here. Oh, they're talking! Yay! Alright, I can't deal with this, so I'm gonna need a little half-wall party. And then we're gonna select everybody. Oops, nope, no, nope. There we go, got them all. Wait for their together bar to fill up. Oh, there's a paper. Let me get them playing Mellow Mellow first. Okay. Um. Share controversial opinion. Brag about fulfilling want. Play Metal Mellow. Are they all gonna go? Yes, they're all going. Oh, it's so perfect. And hopefully 2 computers is enough for like all of them to be able to do what they need to do. Look at little Georgie. The only thing is the clipping through the table. I'm just gonna find little Georgie the cutest, and I like that he gets to hear and play. But yeah, he's clipping through the table. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about the height difference. It obviously contributes to the clipping, but especially with the 2 young adults, I really like it. I like that it gives them more distinctness. But anyway, let's look at the paper. My first, the new paper. It took me a while to catch that this is the new paper and not the newspaper. Mayor Bloomberg welcomes a pet's household and shares a list of activities to do around town. We're going to accept the list. So they all have town goals now. The Astronomy Club will observe a rare phenomenon and join them tonight at the Mountaintop Park. I don't know what tonight means. I really wish we had times. Because tonight, today, whatever, it doesn't mean anything. And there's the park, the Mountaintop Park. This is also where the zip line is, but I know it's just a quick travel port. Okay, so how do we get out of this? Okay, well let's go back to them. Okay, and that's zoomed out, and this is zoomed in. Oh, so I can just go back like that. Cool.